just a person that more or less concerned. Just a person that's more or less concerned. And when I do these videos, it doesn't matter if it get a whole lot of views or whatever. But I basically do it to try to help someone. Eric, I know you've been through a lot. I know you've been through a lot. But you're gonna have to keep pushing. Keep pushing forward. Don't allow anybody to make you be who they want you to be. You be who God has ordained you to be. You have 3 boys now. Through 3. The job is definitely have a job on your hand. But if God allowed these babies to come forth, you can do it. You can do it. And also, you chose to have each one of these babies. You chose that. So if you chose that in your down in there, you knew that you could do it. So I'm proud of you as far as taking on the challenge of just being a good mother to these boys, to these babies. And Mr. Crier, I don't understand, because Mr. Crier has been there. He's showed you that he loves you. I believe he has, because a lot of things that most men would not even do, would not even take on the responsibility. Some men wouldn't do that, especially his age. So my thing is, he has shown you, not by talk, but to me, he's shown you in his actions that he loves you and he love those children. So I don't know what's going on. I know, Eric, I know you want this and you want that, and you want him to step up and have you first, put you first. I see a relationship like this right here. Because if you don't see it like this right here, that putting you first thing is gonna crumble. I see it like this right here. If I'm with a man and he has shown me that he loved me in his actions, I have to understand that other things, other people, sometimes it's gonna be first. That's just life. It's some things the mother gonna have her place, that she would have to be first sometime. And you have and each one of you all will have to step back and understand this is a mother and a daughter time, or this is a father and son time. This is a father and daughter time. This is a mommy and son time. That's just the way it is in life. You can't expect a person to put you first all the time. That's too much pressure to be putting on any man or any woman, because it's not going to happen. It may be some time that the gym may be first. I'm going to the gym. This is something that if you love something, sometimes we as in relationships have to step back and let that person have their time to unwind. That's going to be first. That's going to be first in that life, in their life. But then after all is done, it comes back to the the husband or wife, or the guy friend. The boyfriend and girlfriend is going to come back to that. But you can't expect you to be first all the time. That's not. I'm just telling you, it's just not going to happen. I mean, just being real. If you think about it, it's not. It's just like if you and Damien were back together and you dealing with your children. Damien gonna have to be second. He's gonna have to be second. And he has to understand that mother duty sometimes is gonna outrank having the husband time, the boyfriend time. That's just to me, that's just the way it is. So and the same vice versa with him. He has to know that. And as far as y'all doing things, I understand that. But you have to understand that he's older than you are. You're younger than him. Y'all need to find a meeting place that can be satisfied by you and be satisfied by him. If y'all want to go on trips or whatever, y'all come together and make those decisions on going. But just, sometimes it may not be a pop-up, um, going somewhere, doing things, which I love spontaneous stuff. I think spontaneous stuff usually be those moments that you remember. So, Damien, that may be something that you have to work on to, satisfy her in that area. And Erica, you're gonna have to understand that he may not all the time want to move around all the time like that. You have to, we as women know how to get what we want out of men. Make the ground ripe. Same thing with Dame. You need to make the ground ripe when you want your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend you want them to do something. Make the ground ripe, so it'll fall right in your hand. It's good manipulation, not bad manipulation. It's like if you want your husband or boyfriend to do something, make him feel like a king. Stroke that ego, and then set him up for what you want. That's just the way that's just the way life is, and it's not a bad thing. Bad manipulation is should never be welcome, but good manipulation like that, because it's a win-win. You making your man feel like the man he is. You making him feel like a king. So this king right here, he'll do just about anything to make sure that his queen is satisfied. But it has to be with good manipulation. Stroke their ego. Make them feel good. If you got something that you feel like needs to happen, then you set them up, and then it's like, baby, why don't we do such and such and such? I really would like to spend this time with you alone, whatever. You know how to do it, girl. All the thing I'm trying to say is, basically, is sometime in a relationship, we all have to step back and allow our husbands or boyfriends or wives or girlfriends to take second place to some things in life. Because it's not going to be first. You're not going to be first all the time. That's just the way it is. It's not going to happen. YouTube may be first to you sometime when you creating your content. So it's just not going to happen that way. But you have to understand. You have to be the person that God have to give you the strength to be able to step back. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's just not all about you. It's not all about him all the time. Sometimes, like I said, you need that time So when you have that time away, just think when they're out doing their thing, having their man to man thing or whatever. Just think when they come back, they'll be excited to see you and allowing you to be back in that first place mode. If this is the husband or man that you desire, or if this is the wife or girlfriend you desire, don't let things come in and destroy that. Because one thing about the enemy, he would chip until he has tore your foundation into pieces. Build your foundation. Do not let the enemy come in and steal if this is God's will for you all to be together. That's the first thing you need to do. And if it is, maybe this is the time that you all need to really analyze and really look at what you need to do to make this a successful relationship. Stepping back can be a good thing. But it's stepping back. Let me tell you something. I think I'm not sure if I saw this, but stepping back for both of you all can cause the enemy to come in. Can cause old flames, new flames to come in. And sometimes when we step back, being honest, sometimes when we say we stepping back or need space, sometimes it's because somebody's in our ear. Is anybody in your ear, Erica? Is anybody in your ear, Damien? What is it? What is it? Because sometimes that can happen too. I'm not saying it is, but sometimes that can happen when someone is in your ear. And then I thought about how Mr. Mucker had told you, Erica, to do certain things to against Mr. Cryer. Could it be that I'm not saying that Mucker is in your ear, but just be careful. Just be careful. Because games can be played and you may not even realize they're being played. Don't lose a good thing by Mr. Cryer letting someone get in your ear. If they are not someone that you really trust, or the Spirit has really showed you that they're good people, that they really have your best interest at heart, don't let everybody sow into your life. Don't let everybody get in your ear. I'm just saying. So my thing is, y'all wasting a lot of time. If you know you're not going to be, if you know you're not right for each other, then walk away peacefully. But if you know that it is, come together and fight for what you want. Find ways that make it work. Find ways. Find Erica's way that she like things. Find Mr. Cryer way and come to a common denominator on that. Because it's not going to go your way all the time, Erica. It's just not. It's not going to go your way all the time, Mr. Cryer. It's just not. And it's petty to think that it is. It's just not going to happen. That's not the way the world is. Because, see, you both are individuals. You both are individuals, have different personalities and so forth and so forth. To expect it to go your way all the time is going to put strain on the relationship, period. I think think one of y'all use that all the time, period. So put a period right there because it's not going to happen. It can't go your way all the time. And it's selfish to think that. You got to be free to be that individual. You got to be free. You got to be free to be able to speak your mind in a respectful way. You got to be able to listen to what the other person is saying and not talking while the other person is talking, because if that's happening, you'll never be able to understand that person, because first of all, you're not giving that person enough respect to even listen to what they're saying. That's all a part of relationship communication, good communication, and not me, myself, and I. Relationships are not built on me, myself, and I. It's built on we, how we can make this a great relationship. Not how you got to give to me, you got to give to me, you got to give to me. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Because that's going to make the relationship unbalanced. It has to be a balance in a relationship. And I'm just talking from my experiences. It has to be a balance, or somebody's going to be unhappy. Yeah, you're going to have to sometimes it may be 70-30. Sometimes it may be 80-20. Sometimes it may be 10-90. Sometimes it may be that, but you as a couple have to, you have to carry it sometimes. But sometimes, you as a couple are going to have to still bring that balance back. It can't always operate unbalanced. That 10-90, that has to, even though it may be operating on that level there, you have to find ways to bring that balance back to the marriage or the relationship. But anyway, I've been on here. I didn't intend on being on here this long, but I just really, really felt like I just need to say something. There was one other thing that I was going to say. Time, if y'all look at the way the world is, and I know some people just haven't slowed down to really see what's going on in the world. It's a lot of things that are going on that we can't see, but that is happening. The world is changing. And in the near future, we may not even be able to even do the things that we're doing now. Cherish the moments now that is available to us right now. Because I promise you, y'all, things are changing in the world that will affect each one of us. So the time is not, to not grasp hold of the moment. Only thing I'm going to say is just, if it's meant for you all to be together, then do that. And if it's not, then walk away in peace. Amen and amen. I hope I did not ramble too much in this video, but it's just coming from the heart. Coming from the heart. Eric, I'll be praying for you all the time. I'm about to start praying more for Mr. Cryer as well. Praying for the relationship. Not praying for the relationship. Praying that God's will be done. God's will be done. Anyway, I'm going to get off here for now. If I feel like I need to come back, I'll be back. Every now and then I have to get on both of y'all. If you look at some of the other videos. But I always have y'all back though. I have your back in doing right. If you're wrong, I'm gonna say that. If you're wrong. I just always been real. I don't know no other way to be. I don't know no other way to be. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. And I'm praying, Lord, do whatever you need to do to bring peace to Erica and Mr. Cryer and their families. And your will be done.